Hi everyone! Today we'll take a closer look at some of the glue options for the spun cotton, and some of them might even surprise you. I will share some of the old-fashioned recipes as well as the modern options that I have used in my work. We'll start with plain white wheat flour and water. This is one of the oldest adhesives in history, and we could call it the early version of modern wood glue, but in a natural form. Now we can cook the flour with water, but for spun cotton I recommend the simple uncooked mixture of flour and water in a ratio of 1 part flour and 7 parts of water. In other words, just add 1 tablespoon of flour to a cup of water and stir it, and your glue is ready. During the work you'll need to stir it with a brush from time to time, but that will come naturally. This mixture is simple and so effective, and once it dries, your cotton fibers will be just as strong as if you had used a wood glue. Here I'm working on an abandoned cat head that I started approximately 5 years ago. Its surface is uneven and it needs a lot of work, so I'm trying to do something here while I'm explaining and demonstrating each glue. So this flour glue is one mighty glue, and you can use it for all kinds of purposes. This glue also holds sentimental value for me because I listened a lot about my father's creative stories and this glue. Now let's talk about the synthetic white glues like school glue, craft glue like this one, Mod Podge and wood glue. They are all based on the same thing, and that is PVA or polyvinyl acetate. The difference is mostly in strength and consistency. Wood glue is the strongest. It is designed to glue and bond the wood. School glue and craft glues are lighter but still great for spun cotton. Mod Podge is actually a glue, a sealer and finish all in one. And you can mix any of these with water. I usually start with a 1:6 ratio, 1 part glue to 6 parts water, but you don't need to measure exactly. Just aim for a milk-like consistency. Here I'm not measuring anything, I'm just adding water bit by bit. Now when I want to protect an already painted ornament, I'll often use Mod Podge or even wood glue as a final coat, since both dry clear. Mod Podge does have a silkier feel and finish when dried, which make it a lovely choice for soft vintage look. Here I'm just holding a wood glue, and I will prepare it just as the previous one because it is in the same families of PVA glues. I love wood glue and I use it very often. It is a safe glue for me, very reliable and versatile. I can work on a paper mache project or spun cotton or even with the textile. Now, if you are in the mood for something truly old-fashioned, you can use plain egg white as a natural glue. Just lightly whisk it to broaden a bit the slimy texture and apply it with a brush. It dries clear, has a soft, almost glassy sheen, and works beautifully for delicate details like glitter, for example. In the past, this glue was often used in bookbinding, gilding, and miniature work. It was even mixed with pigments for painting. To give it a little more strength and improve its longevity, artists would sometimes add a few drops of vinegar to prevent spoilage or a pinch of sugar to increase tackiness and hold. These tiny additions don't change the look of the glue, but they do make it a bit more reliable if you are working slowly or layering. From my own experience, I've never had an issue with using egg white. I even had a theory of my own. When I leave my finished figures out in a bright sun, the UV rays act as a natural disinfectant. But still keep in mind that this glue is best used fresh, and don't save the leftovers when you are finished your session for the day. Here you can see the texture this natural glue leaves behind. It is very similar to cornstarch glue, if not even finer, and it is quite strong too. And before I share this simple recipe made with cornstarch and water, which may actually be the best glue for spun cotton, I want to take a moment to announce that I've already begun working on a little guidebook dedicated to this lovely technique. I am imagining it as a small, useful companion filled with everything I've learned about spun cotton throughout the years. I want it to be richly illustrated, and while the writing is moving faster, the illustration will take a bit more time. Still, my hope is to have everything ready by early autumn. Right now I'm experimenting with page design. I imagine this little picture book in a warm fairy tale like style with soft tones and plenty of charming helpers, not just mice. And now I also have a little freebie for you available now on my Ko-fi page. These are 2-page designs featuring the full recipe. The link is in the video description. The link will probably stay active until the full guide is released. Now back to cornstarch glue. You can also use potato starch or tapioca starch. Bring about a cup of water to a gentle boil, and in a separate cup dissolve 1 tablespoon of starch in a bit of cold water, stirring until it's smooth. Once water starts to boil, lower the heat and pour in the starch mixture, stirring constantly. Cook it for just a minute or two until it thickens. Let it cool and your glue is ready to use. It can be thicker or thinner, it doesn't matter. Somewhere I heard once it is nice to add a drop of essential oil, and that is what I often do with everything almost. And here I'm using just a bit of perfume oil I was gifted. It smells a bit like lilac or an old-fashioned soap, soft and nostalgic, and I thought that it goes phenomenally with this spun cotton technique. And those were the glue recipes I personally tried out and that I find practical and suitable for spun cotton. They are so simple and effective and budget friendly, and I feel confident recommending them to you. I hope this was helpful, and if you give any of them a try, I'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, be creative, and I'll see you soon. Bye!